Liberty fam, and welcome back to the channel. Today's video is not quite my normal style, as I'm sure you can tell by the fact that I am not sitting in front of the camera. You might have seen my post earlier in the week. The stomach bug has hit Liberty household, and while I am definitely starting to feel better, I am not feeling the camera spotlights just yet. So thanks for understanding this little deviation from the norm, and thanks for all the well wishes people have been sending. Before I show you these clips of the White House dodging the confiscation question, showing they don't even understand current gun law, and calling the Second Amendment completely unacceptable, here's a quick word about today's sponsor. GunSpot connects buyers, sellers, and authorized dealers all over the country. GunSpot is the newest site improving the Second Amendment listing and auction space with great deals, no hidden fees, and no out-of-state sales taxes. Thank you, GunSpot, for supporting the channel. We are, of course, a few days out from a very tragic event where 3 adults and 3 children lost their lives. It wasn't even a matter of hours before people jumped on the politics train, demanding increasingly strict and severe infringements on 2A rights that would punish everyone except the person actually responsible for the violence. Among these calls for more laws are calls for confiscation. A teachers' union, of all things, made a statement saying the U.S. needs to follow in the footsteps of countries that did total bans and ultimately disarmed their populace through confiscation. Then Joe Biden gave some remarks, claiming a bullet from an AR blows up inside the body, which is just so stupid I can't even find the words. He also claimed flamethrowers are illegal, which they're absolutely not.
You know, I know you see on television, it's not just merely the weapon in terms of that it's semi-automatic in effect, but the velocity with which it comes out of that muzzle. What it does when it hits the body. Most bullets would go just straight through and out, but it blows up once it's inside your body. These are weapons of war. I'm a Second Amendment guy. I have 2 shotguns. My sons have shotguns. You know, but our states, you know, everybody thinks somehow the Second Amendment is absolute. You're not allowed to go out and own an automatic weapon. You're not allowed to own a machine gun. You're not allowed to own a flamethrower. You're not allowed to own so many other things. And what in God's name are we doing? These guns are this is hard to believe. I never thought when I started my public life that guns would be the #1 killer of children in America. Guns, #1. It's sick.
You might also remember this clip from the lead up to the 2020 election.
Hell yes, we're going to take your AR-15, your AK-47.
That clip is arguably one of the biggest flubs to cost Beto the election, both for president and governor. Though I shouldn't call it a flub because it wasn't a flub. It was complete transparency. It was saying the quiet part out loud, what really is under gun control policies, and what many on the left want to hear. Joe Biden himself later said that that would take care of the problem, and that he'd put Beto in charge of those efforts. Those efforts have yet to materialize because holy crap, that would be both political and literal suicide for the people having to go out and get their hands dirty trying to do it. But the question has risen again, and this is what the White House had to say about it.
The last presidential campaign, one of the Democratic contenders said that what he would do is come for AR-15s. Does the president support not just banning the sale and manufacture of semi-automatic weapons, but further than that, confiscation?
Let me just be very clear. What we're talking about, AR-15s, these assault weapons ban, they are weapons of war, and they should not be on the streets across the country, in our communities. They should not be in schools. They should not be in grocery stores. They should not be in churches. That's what the president believes.
There are 25 million of these devices out there in circulation in the homes of millions of Americans, and therefore you can't ban them. What's the president's response to that?
That's unacceptable. That's our response.
Absolutely remarkable. What's unacceptable is infringing on people's rights to defend life, liberty, and happiness against criminals and petty tyrants. While Biden and his handlers are stupid, I don't think they're so stupid as to actually attempt confiscation. His recent executive order, while ridiculous, was also a hefty helping of virtue signaling. But whatever comes next, I think the end goal is pretty clear. The real question is how many steps it'll take to get there. Hopefully, we never have to know. That's it for this one, guys. Thanks for tuning in for the weirdness, and I will catch you on the next one.